I suspected my husband might be having an affair. I hired a private investigator to look into it. A week later, the investigator sent me numerous photos. In the pictures, my husband was intimately close with his female secretary. There was even a real-time photo of them in a hotel bed, with the secretary's long hair entwined around his arm and her red-painted nails clutching my husband's neck. I picked up my phone and dialed my husband's number. As the gathering drew to a close, guests gradually departed, leaving me standing alone in the empty living room. Outside, snow was falling heavily and the wind was bitterly cold, while my body felt unusually weak from prolonged fatigue and emotional distress. I picked up my phone and called Jack. "Hey, Jack, the party's over. Could you come pick me up?" "The snow's too heavy for me to drive." I tried to keep my voice calm. On the other end of the line, Jack's voice sounded a bit flustered. "Emily, I'm a bit tied up right now. I might not be able to make it." "What's going on? Didn't you say you were checking on the progress at the project site today?" I asked deliberately, already knowing the answer but still clinging to a shred of hope. Yes, there's an unexpected situation at the site that needs my immediate attention," he stammered in response. "All right then, be careful." I hung up, a self-mocking smile tugging at my lips. The private investigator's photos were right in front of me. How could he still be at the project site? This was just another lie he had fabricated. I set myself a 1-hour time limit. If Jack could make it to pick me up within this time, I'd give him one more chance. If not, I'd end this marriage for good. I sat on the couch, staring blankly at the heavy snow outside the window. 1 hour passed, then 2 hours, and even after 3 hours, Jack still hadn't shown up. He hadn't even called to check on me. My heart turned completely cold. I picked up my phone and dialed that familiar number. After ringing for a long time, Jack's sleepy voice finally came through. "Hello?" His voice carried a hint of impatience. "Jack, where are you right now?" I tried to keep my tone calm, but the anger inside me was about to consume me. I'm still busy." "What's wrong?" His answer was clearly a lie. "Is that so? I've been waiting for you for 3 hours. What exactly are you so busy with?" I asked point blank, my voice suppressing anger. There was silence on the other end for a few seconds, then he said irritably, "The company has some issues right now. Can't you understand and just go home by yourself?" I didn't bother listening to his baseless accusations and hung up. I stood up, grabbed my coat and car keys, deciding to drive home myself. After getting home, when I reopened my phone, a thought flashed through my mind. I registered a new account and quietly infiltrated Sophia and Jack's social media circles. My fingertips slid AC. Ross the screen, revealing post after post. Sophia's timeline was full of sweet moments between her and Jack. Photo after photo showed them smiling so brightly, as if flaunting their happiness to me. The photos of exquisite gifts, with captions brimming with love, made me sick to my stomach. "Darling, this gift is so thoughtful. Thank you for always being there for me." Sophia posted a picture of a designer handbag. I clicked into the comments section, and sure enough, Jack's comment was right there. "As long as you like it, I'm willing to buy you the whole world." Seeing this sentence, I was stunned, my hand involuntarily gripping the phone tightly. This was also a sweet nothing he had once said to me, but now he easily said it to another woman. A wave of indescribable nausea and hurt washed over me. I took a deep breath, trying to calm my emotions. I took screenshots of their posts and saved them on my phone as evidence of his betrayal of our marriage. I managed to rest for a night, but woke up the next day feeling headachy and weak. I wanted to rest a bit more, but was awakened by Jack's rough knocking on the door. "Emily, are you up? Get up and make me something to eat, and while you're at it, make some hot soup for Sophia. I'll take it to her later." His voice came through the door crack, carrying an unquestionable command. I struggled to sit up, fuming, my voice hoarse from the cold. "Jack, can't you see I'm sick? Why should I cook for you and her?" He clearly hadn't expected me to refuse. He pushed open the door and stood in front of me with a displeased look. "What's wrong with you today? Can't you even do this small thing? Don't forget, today is our wedding anniversary." I laughed coldly. This so-called anniversary was probably just another excuse for him to show off his harmonious family life. "Anniversary? You must have gotten the date wrong, or maybe you just don't care about this day at all. And you want me to serve you and your mistress? Jack, you've gone too far." His face darkened as he angrily walked over. What nonsense are you talking about? Sophia is just a colleague. She worked late today, so I'm just giving her a ride home. Don't make a fuss. Making a fuss? I pointed at myself, feeling a wave of sadness. I'm making a fuss? Look at the surprise you gave me. Saying this, I grabbed the small box he had thrown on the bedside table and smashed it in front of him. He was stunned for a moment, then bent down to pick up the box. When he opened it, his expression became complex. Inside the box lay the pendant I had once loved dearly. This is the pendant you've always wanted. I bought it especially for you, he tried to explain, but his voice lacked conviction. Yes, I've always wanted it, but what you bought is the cheap imitation that Sophia wears. I pointed at the identical pendant around Sophia's neck in the social media photos. You think I don't know? You gave her the real one and gave me a fake. Jack, you're so calculating. His face turned ashen as he tried to defend himself. Enough, Jack, I cut off his words before he could speak. You've lied to me many times. I looked straight at him. He was stunned. Jack hesitated for a moment, then suddenly came over to feel my forehead, trying to change the subject. Emily, let's not talk about this now. You're not well, I'll take you to the hospital. I shook my head, trying to resist this sudden care. I don't need you to worry about me. But he obviously didn't heed my refusal, pulling me out of bed with one swift motion. Listen to me, we're going now. His tone was uncompromising, as if I were a puppet in his hands, only able to move according to his will. Sitting in the car, I leaned back in my seat, my gaze inadvertently falling on the leather cushion in the back seat. That cushion used to be my favorite, but now it had an eye-catching cross drawn on it by Sophia. I took a deep breath, trying to keep my voice calm. This cushion. Jack glanced at me through the rearview mirror, a flash of embarrassment crossing his face. Oh, that?